Hi everyone, what is going on? So you know what time it is. It's time for more Timeless Cup battles. We're going up against Trexler as usual. We've been battling him quite a bit. So his team is going to be Lapras, Haunter, Quagsire, Skuntank, Kingdra, and Venusaur. And my team will consist of Lapras, Dragonair, Victreebel. We have that Swalot, Kingdra, and Charizard. So Swalot is interesting because first of all, it's really tanky. And for its fast move, it's not the strongest move. In fact, it's not strong at all. It has Infestation, but it does charge up those charge moves really fast. Now, I currently have Acid Spray as well as Sludge Bomb on mine. I didn't put Ice Beam over Sludge Bomb because I didn't want to get totally walled by Lapras. But I was talking to Trexler after the battles, and he was saying maybe he would probably prefer something like, instead of Acid Spray, just go with Ice Beam and Sludge Bomb because it gets to both those moves really fast and they're just doing a lot of damage. So maybe Acid Spray isn't necessary just because a lot of the Pokemon in this cup, minus Lapras, are really squishy, right? I mean, we have Dragonair, we have Kingdra, we have Victreebel, we have Charizard. A lot of Pokemon squishy. Swalot actually is kind of bulky. So I totally understand his point of view. So if you want to try Swalot, maybe you might consider not going with Acid Spray. Plus, Jokes was saying he thinks that there are better Acid Spray users in the format, like Tentacruel and Quagsire, which obviously makes sense. If you do have a Quagsire with Acid Spray, I think a lot of people won't really expect it, unless if they know you have it. So that could be interesting. So maybe we'll try other Acid Spray variants or other users in future videos. But right now, I do have that Acid Spray on it, as well as a Sludge Bomb. And yes, Swalot is definitely a bulky Pokemon. It really could take hits. And as I said, it does charge up fast. So it's a pretty good Pokemon. I personally like it. And it was definitely a lot of fun to use. So we do go ahead and win game 1. So that's really fine. So we're going to jump into another one. And I do lead with Swalot again. He does lead with his Lapras. So against Lapras, one of the reasons why I don't have that Ice Beam on it, although if I had Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam, that would be okay. But I'm just going to go straight for the Acid Spray. I could have went for Sludge Bomb just to get the damage off, and maybe, I would have preferred to, but it's always nice to lower the defense on a Lapras, right? Because it is bulky, and it could increase its defense with Skull Bash, as you can see right now. So at least we lowered it. He increased it, but we lowered it. For this time, we're going to not go for that Acid Spray. We're going to go for the Sludge Bomb, just to get as much damage as possible. And yeah, he's going to be able to feint me just before I can get to another charge move. So as you can see, maybe 2 Sludge Bombs would have been better than an Acid Spray and a Sludge Bomb. So I understand what Trexler is saying, right? So we do get hit with a Surf. I don't care about Lapras' Surfs. We're just going to take them all day long. And I knew he wouldn't have time, basically, to get to a Skull Bash before we feint him down. So we do feint him down with Ice Shard. And he's going to go ahead and bring in another Pokemon. We're going to have to wait and see what that Pokemon happens to be. It will be a Kingdra, so that's totally fine. I do charge up 2 Skull Bash, and we do bluff with the Surf. So I'm going to go ahead and go for it. I totally expected a shield, as he does. And then we're going to charge up, and I think, what do I go for? Yeah, I do go for the Skull Bash this time. I do believe he shields this, which is totally fine. Because, we're still able to take both shields. So we do take both shields. We actually managed to get to another Surf. So if we did bluff with the Surf the second time, we could have gotten to a Skull Bash and hit him. So, but I wasn't expecting a second shield. So, that's why I didn't bluff the Surf again. But that would have been awesome if that had happened. So we do bring in the Dragonair. He pulls a switch into Haunter. Honestly, Haunter's a powerful Pokemon, but if you have a shield to protect yourself against its charge move, you're basically going to be able to knock it out because of how squishy it is. That doesn't mean it's bad. I do have Haunter, I just don't have one with Shadow Ball. So, I'm going to test one out, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. Though I do think Sludge Bomb is good as well. So, we'll try it out. We'll try it out in a video for this cup. And, yeah. Anyway, we do go ahead and win game 2, so it was very good. Very good indeed. So we're going to jump into another one. And let's see what happens. I lead with the Lapras this time. He leads with Venusaur. And definitely would have preferred the Swalot lead this time. I'm going to switch into Swalot. And charging up energy, he actually goes for a charge move. I thought he would switch out, maybe charge up energy and then switch out, but he does hit us with a Frenzy Plant. Swalot could definitely take that. We're going to go ahead and go straight for the Sludge Bomb, expecting him not to shield, expecting him to think Acid Spray. He actually does shield, so that was a nice shield on his end. And then he does pull the switch after charging up. He brings in Quagsire, which totally walls us, although at least we can get some Acid Spray off. You know, if I had Ice Beam, it would be neutral, so obviously Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb. You know, if we had that Ice Beam, that would have been doing a decent amount of damage, but at least we're able to, I guess, throw some Acid Sprays his way and lower his defense quite a bit. So he does decide to go for a charge move to knock us out. Now, obviously, I know he has energy stored up, so he might have back-to-back. Wasn't really too sure. I knew he was close. So I bring in Dragonair, and then he continues to farm, and then gets off another charge move. So I will go ahead and block this, and it happens to be an Earthquake, so I'm really glad I did block it. And we're able to feint him down with Dragon Breath, and now he is going to bring in his charge move, not his charge move, his Pokemon, and it's going to be a Haunter again. So we're just going to charge up a little bit, get off that Aqua Tail, and Haunter is super squishy. So that requires a shield, as you can see. We actually get to another one, though, so that's unfortunate for him. So we're able to get to another one and knock out Haunter. So he did waste that shield, but that's good for us. Anyway, he brings in Venusaur. I am going to go ahead and take this attack. It is going to be a Frenzy Play. Actually, no, I shielded. I thought I took it. Excuse me. I do go ahead and shield it. He actually gets to another one, though, or a Sludge Bomb. Let's see what attack he goes for. It is going to be a Frenzy Plant, and that actually knocks us out. And then we bring in Lapras. And we do get to the Surf, although I think I could have taken a Frenzy Plant. I'm pretty sure at that health I could have taken a Frenzy Plant anyway. I could be wrong, but even if he got to it, I was pretty comfortable. So we do win that one. Now, make no mistake about it, we're doing well in the beginning. He does start to come back, so he's going to be beating us in a little bit. But let's see. So I lead with Swalot. He leads with Venusaur. So definitely a good lead for me. I'm like, okay. He does go for his charge move. I think I was planning on going for Sludge Bomb. I think that's what I do, because I'm like, well, he didn't fall for it last time. You know, maybe he won't shield this time. Maybe he'll think it's an Acid Spray. But he actually shields again. So again, another good shield on his end. But at least we took a shield, right? He does bring in Haunter. I should have switched out. I just went for a charge move, and not only did I go for a charge move, I went for a Sludge Bomb, and I knew that wasn't going to do a lot. I don't know why I didn't just switch out. That was a bad play on my end. I shouldn't have went for anything, even an Acid Spray. I mean, you don't need to lower Haunter's defense. So, and I also don't shield that, expecting the Shadow Claw, or Shadow Punch, excuse me. So definitely mistakes on my end in this battle, but I'm still going to show it to you guys. I'm still going to bring it to you. That's just the whole point of it. Everybody makes mistakes. No big deal. You know, especially if you practice a lot, it's going to happen. So right now, it's my Kingdra versus his Venusaur. So I'm just going to throw up 2 shields. We're going to block the Frenzy Plant. That would have knocked out my Kingdra because we are neutral. We do go for the Outrage, hoping to take his last shield, right? That's the goal. He actually lets it go through, so he's down to his last Pokemon, which is going to be Quagsire. I switch into my Swalot, and we managed to lower his defense. Not looking good for us. It's closer than I thought. I thought he would have absolutely destroyed me, but which he does. He does beat me. He's up a shield, but you know, at least we got him down to his last Pokemon, I guess. But either way, he does go ahead and totally get me on that one. So good game, good game. I definitely messed up in that game, but it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna jump into another one. I lead with Swalot, and he's going to lead with Skuntank. So this is not really a good matchup for me. If I had Ice Beam, it would be better because that would be neutral against his Skuntank. So you don't want to go for the Sludge Bomb, but at least we can lower the defense with Acid Spray, I guess. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Crunch, doing a decent amount of damage to me. And we do get off that Acid Spray. And of course he's not going to block it. There's really no reason to block it. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch into my Dragonair. And, you know, he's going down a little bit faster because he is Acid Sprayed. So we're going to block this Crunch and try to feint the Pokemon, the Skuntank. So we're successfully able to do that. And then he brings in Lapras. You know, I waited to see what came in before I clicked on Aqua Tail. And it's a good thing I did because we don't want to use an Aqua Tail against a Lapras. So I will go for a return. And we're actually going to go for another return. So even though obviously you don't want to have a Dragonair against a Lapras, It's not a terrible matchup because we do a lot of damage to him. Look how much damage we've done, right? We almost knocked him out. So we're gonna go ahead and let Dragonair go down to this Surf. And which one do I decide to bring in? I bring in Lapras, and I do take this fully expecting it to be a Surf, right? So we do take it. It is a Surf. And then my goal is just to feint down Lapras. We've seen it before. He's very weak, so we could just feint him down with Ice Shot. No threat of Skull Bash, right? He does bring in his Kingdra. I am going to go ahead and go for the Surf against his Kingdra, trying to take a shield. We do take it. And then I think I go for another one instead of a Skull Bash. Yeah, I do go for another one, fully expecting the shield 100%. He does not shield this. Super risky. It was a good play on his end. We could have won if we just went for the Skull Bash. Going for another Surf, trying to take that shield. No, he does not shield it. Super risky on his end, but not a bad play at all. Not a bad play, right? It was risky, but it worked out for him. So I'm like, wow, I think I'm actually going to lose this. However, we have Swalot, and we do go for the Acid Spray, knowing the shield is going to come up. It has to at this point. But we lowered his defense enough that we're able to get to another Acid Spray, and this Acid Spray will actually knock him out because his defense was lowered, and we're able to win that anyway. But oh my gosh, guys, we had literally 1 HP. I thought he had that game. That was a very good game. Very risky not to shield, but again, definitely almost paid off for him. Definitely a good game. Definitely fantastic. It was a lot of fun. So we jump into another one. His Haunter versus my Lapras. And let's see how this matchup goes. I really don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Surf. I know Haunter has to shield, right? So Haunter does go ahead and shield, and he will get off his charge move. I decide not to block it. I'm thinking Shadow Punch. It is a Shadow Punch, so it was a good thing I decided not to block it. We could have taken that. Could we have taken that Shadow Ball? I don't know. But anyway, we block this Shadow Punch as well because I didn't want to take it. So I am going to go ahead and go for the Surf. I didn't try to feint him down because I thought he could get to another Shadow Punch. So I decided not to try and feint him down with Ice Shard. So let's see. So he brings in Venusaur. Definitely not good for me, but at least we're able to get to another Surf. I was thinking about, I was like, can I get to that Skull Bash? I cannot. I knew I couldn't, so I go for the Surf, and then he just knocks me out with Venusaur. Totally fine. I'm going to bring in my Swalot, and he's going to go for his charge move. It's fine because we resist Frenzy Plant as well as Sludge Bomb, so we could take it. And we're just charging up, and he decides to switch. I click on the Acid Spray. Whatever comes in is going to get his defense lowered, so I'm totally cool with that. So Lapras does have his defense lowered, which is always nice, right? And now we're just trying to get to that Sludge Bomb. He does hit us with the Surf. I let it go through. I wasn't sure if I could live that, but we actually do live it and get off a Sludge Bomb. I really wasn't sure that I could live that. I didn't think I could, to be honest, but we do. And he does go block that, so nice calls with these shields, man. So I bring in my Dragonair, and we're just trying to get to a charge move. I am going to go ahead and shield this one up. It is going to be a Surf, but I don't really want to take any damage. However, he has another Surf. I didn't really see it back-to-back Surfs, so that was a nice play on his end. I thought he only had enough for one, and then he brings out his Venusaur, and he has a charge move ready to go with Venusaur. I thought I had won this one, but no, he's able to pull it off. So nicely played, very well done, and that is a good game. That is a good game. So we have another one for you guys too. So let's see. I lead with Charizard. He leads with Quagsire. So this is a terrible matchup for us. I've said it in the past. Charizard Blast Burn does a lot to Quagsire, but it's still not a good matchup because Stone Edge is going to knock out Charizard unless you shield. So Quagsire is going to eventually win. So we do shield that Earthquake, and he brings in his Lapras. So I do charge up a bunch of energy and go for the return. So we're going to go ahead and go for it, and that does a decent amount of damage. We're trying to get to another one. We are successfully able to. So I know he's charging up energy at this point. So I do go for the return, and, I'm expecting the Surf, right? I'm expecting the Surf because there's really not a reason to go for Skull Bash at this point. So he does go for the Surf. I actually live it. I wasn't sure that I would. I thought it would be close, but we do survive it. And now I decide to bring in my Charizard. He does have another one, unfortunately, which I knew he was going to. So I decide to burn a shield on the Surf, of course, and then feint him down, charging up a little bit of extra energy. He's up 2 shields, so definitely not good for us. I will go for the Dragon Claw. He knows Blast Burn does a lot to Quagsire, so I'm expecting the shield. We do take it, so that's good. And trying to get to another Dragon Claw, unfortunately, we do get to it, but I was charging up for Blast Burn and then going to click on the Dragon Claw, but it didn't work out that way. And then we bring in Swalot, and there's really nothing I could do. I mean, you know, even Sludge Bomb wouldn't knock him out. He still has a shield, so he's going to go ahead and go for that Earthquake, and that's just going to just knock us out, right? You know, we're just going to completely fall to that Quagsire. So good game. Good game. Good game. So we're going to jump into another one, of course. Guys, this is a relatively long video, so leave a like if you like these videos. And keep on suggesting Pokemon. I know Charm Raichu is a big one, so we're going to be using that. People have been recommending Charm Donphan. So we're definitely we have a Donphan ready to go, so I just have to TM it. And that should be coming out probably later this week or next week or something. Whenever I have other Pokemon that I want to try as well. So yeah, anyway, we have my Swalot versus his Lapras, so I will go ahead and go for the Acid Spray. If I went for the Sludge Bomb, it would have almost knocked out the Lapras, so I was thinking maybe he would shield, but he decides not to, so nice play on his end not to shield there. He will go for the Surf. That actually does not knock us out. Swalot is really tanky, guys. It really is. It really is. I would recommend trying one. I agree with Trexler. I would recommend trying it with a Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam. And see how you like it. It's only 10k to unlock a second move, so it's not expensive. So it's, you know, it was definitely a lot of fun to use. We're gonna be hit with a Skull Bash right now, but you know, we could take it. He switches into Venusaur. I'm gonna switch into my Dragonair just to get whatever damage I can on him. I do decide to shield this. I didn't want to take a Sludge Bomb. It happens to be a Sludge Bomb, so we called that correctly. We would have still taken a lot, even from a Frenzy Plant, right? So, you know, it was a good shield on my end. I'm going to go ahead and go for the return. And that won't faint him, but we'll be able to knock him out with Dragon Breath. And then he brings in his next Pokemon, or he's going to. Let's see what it is. It happens to be Lapras. We faint him down with Dragon Breath immediately. And then he has Haunter, and like, this is pretty much a good game because Haunter is super squishy. We're going to be able to do a lot of damage to it. We do take a shield, that's totally fine, but we're up a shield, so I'm not really worried. Gonna go ahead and block this Shadow Punch, which I knew was going to be a Shadow Punch. And we're going to be able to get to an Aqua Tail, and this is going to definitely knock out that Haunter. So there you go, we knock out the Haunter, and that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.